Hi everyone. Welcome to yet another session of YouTube series with me, Akriti. In the last episode, we covered all the major areas on the introduction about igebra. Today, we are going to talk about an indispensable part of igebra, that is iPi Buddy. Now, the two people who are known for their friendship with everyone are actually sharing the dice on our episode today. They are our forever go to buddies who will introduce us to the iPi buddies as well. So, welcome, Karuna and Jane. We are glad that you could spare some of your valuable time for us.
Thank you for having us, Akriti.
Or,
Yeah, thank you, Akriti. It's really glad to be here.
yes, we are very, very happy to have both of you over here. So, I'll start with Jane. Jane, can you tell us who and what iPi buddies are exactly? Because our viewers are really, really, curious to know about them.
Sure, Akriti. So before I go ahead and explain who iPi buddies are, I would like to share my screen just to show our viewers what iPi buddies actually are and what do they do.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So can you all see my screen?
We can see the screen. Yeah, we can. Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. So these are our iPi buddies. So they basically come from the most beautiful equation in math. It's called Euler's identity, where it's taken up from this equation, and the buddies, everything that we see around here, they are the constants that are involved in this equation. So this equation is specifically very special for all the mathematicians, professors, and students, because no matter which imaginary number or what you replace these constants with, the ultimate result will always be zero. So that's the most interesting part about this equation, and that's why it's called the most beautiful one in math. And let me quickly tell you what each buddy represents, and each buddy has its own characteristics. So we also created these buddies to bring them to life so that it will be really engaging and interesting for the kids to interact with them and understand the concepts. So each buddy has its own name, and we also have related it with our cultural values at igebra. So the first buddy is eBuddy. So it's called a Euler's constant, where it's related mostly to growth and compound interest. It's mostly used in mathematics and also in physics. And the cultural value that eBuddy brings to our partners and all the kids around the world is confidence. So this is the one that is represented by eBuddy. And the next buddy we have here is iBuddy. So iBuddy basically it brings a lot of imagination and inspiration to kids around the world. So no matter which number you can alternate iBuddy to, or you can change the iBuddy to either square root of -1 or any number which does not even exist in real world. The ultimate result will always be the same. So this buddy helps the kids to boost their creativity levels and inspires them to imagine beyond what is present in our world. So the next buddy we have here is Pi Buddy. So this is one of the most favorite buddies of most of the kids around the world because it's mostly used in circles and widely known buddy. It's an irrational buddy because the value of pi is 3.14 and it's endless. And it brings a lot of curiosity to the mathematicians and all the kids and everybody who studies this buddy. So the last two buddies are really interesting because we use them most often. The next buddy is called one buddy, which is a natural number. It's the most smallest natural number, and it is represented with joy because most of the kids they really are elated when they get the first place either in their exams or when they win a competition or when they are playing sports. So this buddy is the one that helps them to get that joy whenever they participate in different either it could be games or competitions. The last buddy, but not the least, is the O buddy. It is an integer which is neither positive or negative, and it is included with our value of freedom of thinking because we want to inculcate in kids that they can go beyond their limited levels and they can explore new horizons. So this buddy helps them to think beyond their imagination. So these are some of the buddies that our team has brought into existence to make math learning fun and easy for them. So I believe Karuna will be able to explain more in detail.
Yes, I think that was a lovely explanation, Jane. And I also like Pie Buddy only because the way it was, giving that hug kind of thing and very open and plus fun to learn. So, yes, Karuna, taking this forward, can you please inform our viewers what exactly iPi Buddies do in detail?
So basically, iPi buddies were formed or created by our team to make math really very interesting and fun. So most of the kids around the globe, they have this statement saying that I hate mathematics, mathematics is boring. So that's the major problem that we face. So how to make it interesting? So research says that if we involve any visual aids or animated characters into our learning process, then especially in the subjects like science and mathematics, it's make the learning more engaging and interactive. So that's the main purpose of introducing iPi buddies to the students or any young learner. So iPi buddies, the major reason of that was one of the major reason is making learning process interesting and engaging, and also bridging the gap between the abstract concepts and real life situations.
Oh,
So for example, I would say iPi buddy. Let's imagine Pi buddy is your favorite Akriti. So Pi buddy can explain you how you can use a ruler to measure the length of a book or the length of your laptop. So that's how the buddies, make those abstract concepts easy to understand, and that too in a more fun way. So
correct.
that's the main purpose of iPi buddies.
I really like this, notion wherein you make abstract things come alive. And this is what actually helps, children to understand any mathematical concept in a much better way. So yes,
Yeah.
Karuna, I think that is very enlightening. Even Jane, because now we have understood what iPi buddies can do, but why do we exactly need them? I mean, what is the importance of iPi buddies? Can we do without them?
Well, we can do without them, but that would be very boring in life. So, as you know, math is all about numbers and shapes and symbols and all of that. It can be very taxing towards kids because while they are studying, it can be very plain and boring with black and white pages. But as you can see, iPi buddies bring color to their life. They bring a lot of joy and meaning to what they are studying. So, we have introduced iPi buddies to make their classes and what they are learning more interactive and application based learning. So, through iPi buddies, we have created a lot of stories around different concepts. For example, if Pi Buddy or iBuddy has to explain to a kid about fractions, we have created concepts to them where it would be like an engaging conversation between a kid and whatever they are facing in terms of their homework or their exams. If they are stuck somewhere, pi buddy can come in and explain to them about the concept of fractions and make it in a simplified version so they can understand to their level. So I feel that bringing ipi buddies to the picture adds more fun towards learning, and that's what we do at igebra.
So basically, I believe iPi buddies are breaking down any kind of complex problem so that the children can understand, in a easier way, right? So,
Right.
because now, Karuna, you are the expert, and especially when it comes to iPi buddies. So, how exactly successful iPi buddies are implementing, the methodology that they use, especially among young children, especially children who are studying in grades 1 to grade 5.
So we have been using iPi buddies into our learning process that we use in igebra. So I would say that it's been a great success because kids are becoming more curious to know about them, and they are becoming more curious to learn new concepts from iPi buddies because they push the students, to explore more. For example, iPi buddy can expose a question saying like, Akriti, can you tell me what is the answer for this particular problem? So and when buddies or anime characters play with they pushes them to explore more for the solutions, and they're more interested into the topic. And also, like I said before, it bridges the gap between the abstract concept and the real life situations. So this is the I think it's a great success, and moreover, the kids are doing well in their exams because they are able to remember the concepts very well. And one of the major thing is, if you're using anime characters or visual aids in your classes, it will help students to understand the concepts in depth with clarity, and also they'll be able to retain that information. So definitely it's been a huge success, and it's proven that kids are scoring now much better in exams.
Right. I think that is a huge plus if children are actually achieving what is actually expected out of them, right? As parents, we want them to excel in their examination. That is our first priority. And if that is being met, then I think it is actually speaking volumes for
And
itself.
in addition to that, Akriti, what I feel is, of course, they are scoring well in exams, but also they are developing the important skills like creativity, curiosity, and interactiveness, how to communicate with people. So I think iPi buddies are also helping them to develop all these skills.
Wow. So that is another, add-on factor which will help kids to learn and inspire them, to learn more and more. So they will not find math boring or uninteresting or something which is like very dull.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, Jean, I would request, because we've heard so wonderful things about iPi buddies, our viewers would love to watch a concept taught by, especially by iPi buddies, and they want to take it, forward from here, that how exactly their kids will be learning from the video.
Right.
I would request you to show us a video wherein the iPi buddies are explaining any generic concept.
Sure, Akriti. Like Karuna mentioned, these days kids are more drawn towards visual learning. And rather than looking at books and reading from them, they prefer to watch videos and learn from them. So, this is the main thing that we caught, and we have created a video on LCM concept, which is a little bit confusing for kids. So, let's see how Obadi helps a kid who is preparing for her exams and how they can help them in their exams to understand this concept.
Right.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, oh buddy.
What are you doing?
Studying for exams.
Oh, great. What exactly are you studying?
I am practicing LCM.
Would you like to explore LCM with me?
Yes, why not?
Great. So, do you know the full form of LCM?
The full form is least common multiple.
Now, what do you think? What is a multiple?
Let me think. Can I use your blackboard?
Yes, please.
So 6 is a multiple here.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Oh buddy, can you please explain what is least common multiple? What does common multiple mean?
Sure. So, can you notice here the common multiples of 3 and 4?
Yep, the common multiples of 3 and 4 are 12, 24 and 36. Hey, oh buddy, now I got it. What is the least common multiple here?
That's great. Tell me, what do you think?
So LCM of 3 and 4 is nothing but 12, since it's the least number among all common multiples.
Awesome, Abby. Do you think that you got good understanding about LCM today?
Yes, oh buddy. In fact, I would like to discuss more topics with you in future.
Cool. I also enjoyed talking with you, Abby. Okay then, see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
The video was so engaging. I was so engrossed that, I felt if I am so engrossed, what would have happened to the children who are actually taking the classes? So, such a common topic explained in such an effective manner that the kids will retain it for a very long period of time. So, thank you, Jane. Thank you so much for explaining this concept. Wrapping this up, now I want to ask Karuna that, now we know how wonderful iPi buddies are and what all magic they can do and they are capable of. We want to know what is in the store, what is in the future for iPi buddies. So, what are we going to do? What igebra is going to do for iPi buddies in the coming future?
Sure, Akriti. But before jumping to that question, Jane, the video that you have shown us, I mean, without throwing the big definitions of what is LCM and how to do it, the long process, so simply they have just shown visually, and it was so easy to understand. So that's the USP of igebra.ai. We make everything very simple to understand without telling the big definitions and formulas and all of it. So that would be a really great opportunity for kids to learn math concepts in depth. So as we have seen, visual aids is the best way to teach kids, and adding augmented reality would be like cherry on the cake. So that's in the plan.
Sounds interesting, sounds awesome. And I'm really wishing that, I had such kind of classes. I wish I had such kind of classes. So I would not be having that math phobia for such long years that I had during my secondary schooling, especially. So thank you so much, Karuna and Jane, both of you. We had a very fruitful session today because we got to know what exactly iPi buddies are, what do they do, and how can they assist us and our children in understanding concepts in a much better, fun, and interesting way. So thank you so much, Karuna and Jane, once again. And hope to see you in the upcoming shows very, very soon.
Right. Thank you, Akriti, for the opportunity.